rise are stronger and unmarred. My existence is a test of will, of trials overcome, of a soul made bold. The weight of the world's above the pain, to overcome, to break the chains. My existence is a test of will. I won't be broken, I'll stand still. Oh, made bold. Through every storm I'll find my way. Day to day, nothing changes. All I want is a moment to think clearly, but thoughts come unrelenting, consuming every waking moment. My mind binds me and I can't escape. I shout for help when no one hears me. One day I feel I'll just disappear. Lost in this chaos, I'm searching for peace.
What up, everybody? It's John Escudero. I'm here with the gang. I instinctively jumped ahead of Tyler. I don't even think sometimes. Tyler, why don't you introduce us like you normally do?
Well, greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome to the Dirt Sheet Radio Raw Post Show Rewind for January the 6th. Much better January the 6th memories with this today, 2025, and we are here to talk about the Netflix debut. I am Tyler, the Pro Wrestling Hipster. This is Molly Holly, the long-haired Chihuahua, and we've got the crew with us tonight. Who's all here?
As always, guys, I'm hanging out with these two gentlemen at Caesar, sitting down discussing Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Of course, there it is. Of course, we have Molly with us. It's always the crew here when you've got Molly.
Yeah, man. We're here with Molly, Tyler, Caesar, and it's me, John Escudero, of course. Let's talk about this Netflix Raw. Let's get right into it.
This felt like a Raw of a bygone era. This did not feel, they were like, oh yeah, we're sticking with PG. Don't expect a lot of like big content change. Okay, that was a fucking lie.
Right?
Yeah, I bet. I guess they meant like they're not gonna like show titties, but like even
we don't
on
know that for sure.
Not yet.
Yeah.
But even on Raw, they were like on USA Network, they were like kind of pushing boundaries a little bit. I expect that on Netflix they can push the boundaries a little bit further, but they're just not going to show like butthole or whatever.
Well, and they're not censoring crowd chants any longer. We had holy shit chants. We had fuck you Solo. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But like, which is great. I always thought that they shouldn't censor the crowd anyway because you really can't control the audience. There were instances at NXT where they were like, hey guys, please stop flipping off the camera because like they're going to cut the feed. It's a serious problem. They're mad. Please stop. Which I actually remember them doing at Ring of Honor shows after Sinclair Broadcasting bought them. They would say like, "Hey, if you could please like not say fuck directly in front of cameras or flip the cameras off." It costs.
I got censored. I got censored on a Ring of Honor show. I was sitting in the front row and I ended up being a blur. I was like, "This is incredible."
Just a blur.
There was a couple of other cool technical things that were different from Peacock. One thing that was really noticeable: the closed captions actually work.
Yeah.
It's
Peacock
2025.
Peacock, the closed captions do not work. They're delayed, and even the delayed captions are wrong. But in this one, it's not only not delayed; it's like almost ahead, and it's kind of perfect.
During
John's
the Rock's
like,
promo,
oh,
it
John all night.
It was a second ahead during the Rock's promo. It freaked me the fuck out. Like
it was because before his music hit, it said "Electrifying" by Jim Johnston, and I was like, "Oh shit, the Rock is here."
I wonder who that could be.
The feed obviously looked really nice.
The drone shots, the wild.
Those were insane.
The drone shots, I thought that was illegal here. I thought that was like the explanation for not being able to do more Logan Paul as
that was
drone shots. Like they were like, oh, we can only do it internationally. I guess that doesn't matter in what is this place called? Intuit Dome.
Intuit Dome.
I thought it was the Inuit Dome.
I keep going to say Inuit Dome. That
Me
would be an
too.
igloo.
Inuit
That would be an
Dome.
igloo. An Inuit Dome would be an igloo, right?
Because it's an igloo. It's
Right?
a dome.
Listen, I know some of these things.
That's right. That's true, Caesar.
I'm
You
useful.
have you actually made an igloo before?
Not since I was younger, but I have.
So
Wow,
you've made
okay.
an igloo. That's incredible.
It was a task, but it was fun because it was
But
big.
you were able to get inside the
Yeah.
motherfucker?
It wasn't
That's
very big.
incredible.
Is this what you do in the Canadian Boy Scouts? Like, is this like the
Igloo is a badge you get.
What are we doing?
Anyway.
We're here to talk about Raw.
We need
Sorry, we had a
CJ
little,
here for
had
this
a little,
one.
diversion there.
Netflix Raw, man.
And igloos.
Yeah, so it was a long show. We're back to 3 hours plus here, but I gotta say it didn't feel like 3 hours
It
tonight.
flowed so smoothly.
Can I be a party pooper for a second? I'm gonna give a general thought about this show. They started off with so much sizzle and so much, like, the presentation was so elevated in this building, and we started off with like the story of wrestling. And I was like, oh my god.
Back in 1845, a man on his farm.
It generally ended up being a pretty regular episode of Raw with some good stuff. Like, it was good.
Some long matches. They gave some of the matches some time tonight too.
Yeah, that was actually a good thing.
That's gonna be really good going forward too. But yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, I kind of thought it would be. I don't know why. I guess I got caught up in the pageantry of it and all the 360 presentation and LED chairs and
Those
Triple
were
H
trippy.
coming out of a fucking mystery curtain number 3. It was a lot, and I thought, like I said, good matches, and we did get to blow off the Punk stuff. We blew off the Rhea Liv thing, basically 2 pay-per-view matches. But
on Netflix.
I don't know. I don't know. I guess I was like, I guess I wanted a bigger angles. I guess on a show like this, like a bigger hook for next week. You know, like, I don't know. I guess that's what I was looking for. I thought on a show like this, which is weird. I enjoyed all the wrestling that we got. I was just very surprised, I guess, that we didn't really get any like hook for next week. If I was watching this for the first time, I would be like, "Oh, that was fun." I would not come back next week. I would be watching highlights to see if I should click it through the next day on Netflix. Which I guess it's Netflix now, so they probably do want you watching like the next day or whatever.
Watch Squid Game, then wrestling.
It's gonna be weird. I thought because it was Netflix starting with that story of wrestling thing makes it seem kind of like an episode 1 of if you wanted to like start at the beginning.
Yeah.
So that was cool, but yeah, that didn't suck. The show didn't suck. It was very good.
No.
But
yeah. We'll hop here to the main event, and I will say I was expecting some sort of post-match angle here, but it was kind of refreshing just to have a clean finish and a match end with no like wild chicanery. But tonight's main event: Seth Rollins and CM Punk. When 1850,
He looks terrified.
And this crowd was hot. They were loud and rambunctious all night long, which is fantastic. But listen, when 1858, CM Punk ends up getting the win after a couple of GTSs in a row. There, this was a really good match. I felt like it had probably a little more build to it than we would have expected. This match probably would have happened last year had CM Punk not gotten hurt in the Royal Rumble. But great first main event. So, and CM Punk can have a little feather in his cap that he was the first main event on the, new era of Raw. What you guys think of the main event here? The lack of any sort of post-match angle and what this means for CM Punk and Seth Rollins going forward.
Again, like I just said, I really expected something. Not between them. I thought their story being done is fine, but for whatever CM Punk's next story was going to be, I thought we would get like the beginning of that right here, right now, just so that we could get a cliffhanger into next week. But this was really good. Rollins beat the shit out of Punk the whole match. So he got what he wanted, technically.
Right.
Like, he got to beat the shit out of him the way he wanted to all these years. He didn't
On
get the
Netflix.
pinfall, but, say la vie. Be
It's a
that.
moral victory. It's a moral victory for Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah, he did get I don't know what happened. He's cut open.
That just seems so post-match, that cut.
There's a bump right under the cut. You can kind of see like maybe the go to sleep was a little too stiff at the
One
end
of
there,
7
but
of them.
it was good. It was good stuff. What'd you think, Caesar?
Honestly, I was walking into this with like that kind of approach where I was like, let's just see how this goes. Give them the what is it, you say 18 minutes, was it, Tyler? Roughly?
1858.
Yeah.
Yes, right under 19. Yeah.
I was like, okay, let's just see how this goes. And then of course the bell rang, everyone waited, and then boom, they went for each other. So that was pretty awesome to see. Was it safe to say that these matches flowed pretty well, every one of them? Instead of just being like, okay, here's 10 minutes of this and 8 minutes of that. It was more like, here's 20 of this and 10 of this, and it felt good. So I was happy to see that match, especially for the main event.
Yeah, I can't can't say I disagree with that. Tyler, what do you see for CM Punk and Seth Rollins on this road to WrestleMania?
Well, like you were saying, I was expecting a little something to set something up for either one or both of them after this match.
New
Punk
era.
did cut a pretty wild and loud, and if he wasn't straight edge, I would say coke-filled promo after the show went off the air on the Raw like post show that was on the YouTubes. And he was talking about how 46 is just a number, and he's gonna go to the Rumble or the Elimination Chamber. He's coming for all the gold in 2025. He's coming for Gunther. He's coming for Cody. So he really just threw a giant net out because maybe they don't quite know what his path is right now. We'll talk a little bit more about the Rumble tonight when we talk about John Cena, but everyone just kind of seems to be putting up a large like swath of ideas that they could go towards. So I'm not 100% what direction they go with Punk. I know that he did work with Gunther on the holiday tour, so that could be a direction they could go. I don't know how many Gunther matches CM Punk can take though.
You got one good CM Punk Gunther match before his chest before his fucking rib cage collapses into his heart and lungs. I would really like to see that. Not the rib cage collapsing into his heart and lungs. The match.
Right.
The match. Thank you everybody for joining us, by the way.
Yeah, no doubt, eh?
I was hanging out with Travis Scott and I forgot that we had comments.
So I got one for you guys actually. So I know we brought this up last week on the Raw, or was it last week or week before that? And we mentioned that like how Gunther's the main champion and he wasn't on the show tonight except for in a vignette. So
I fucking told you guys because I was like, even if he shows up like unannounced, like this is bullshit.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Like he could have came and set up
Hogan.
fucking Punk's match instead of like you just said, John, instead of Hogan.
I understand. Beer. I understand Hogan. They paid a lot, I guess, for the beer
$100
thing.
$100 and some chicken nuggets.
More than
Dwayne comes out, does his nothing promo for fucking 20 something minutes at the beginning of the show. Triple H jerks himself off for 10 minutes. Come on.
Well,
we have no room for Gunther here.
No, not at all.
let's talk about the Triple H jerking himself off here. At the top of the show, they had this giant square version of the jerk-off tent. This is was
very loud.
My bad.
So they opened. It was actually a pretty cool kind of rundown of the general history of professional wrestling. They kind of self-aggrandized here, which is what WWE does. So Triple H certainly did learn some things from Vince McMahon. Put yourself over, put the company over, because they really did.
You know what? We laugh at him, and we make fun of how he got there. But honestly, I aspire to accomplish what Triple H has. Like, you're talking about what kind of career path is this? Like, how does this ladder exist? This ladder doesn't exist. He dug this path. It's
the
incredible.
Connecticut blue blood, man.
It's
like
incredible.
all those years. Terrorizing.
He went to wrestling school and somehow ended up one of the most powerful executives in fucking television. I would also paint my face all over this shit. I fucking went to wrestling school. I joined a company. I fucked up Boss's daughter, and I stole the company from under him after that. Put my face on the flag, actually. But it is funny as fuck because we were all like, "What's gonna be under this curtain?" And he drops it, and it's Triple H, the gamer
in the middle of the ring.
Look at the pose. Look at
like he's about to break it down like Too Cool and Rikishi.
The MC Hammer, fucking.
Imagine does not do the dance.
Oh, that's great. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get caught up in a Vince McMahon scandal. Oh my god!
Whoa!
No!
Oh man! But yeah, it was a pretty cool way to start off the show. They had a lot of
No.
They had a lot of fun with it, and then John, like you said, then we had The Rock come out, and the subtitles, closed captioning, did give it away about a second and a half before he came out. But Rock, he did not shave before tonight's appearance.
He was going to do it on the drive down.
Gray and stubbly was there. Look at that, looking like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
The stubble is real.
But yeah, he came out and he talked, and apparently, Caesar, I think you said this in the group chat, but like, he's a face now, apparently. We have forgotten all about him being a dick and nearly killing Cody in front of his bus and all that.
Yeah.
He did have his pretend cosplay championship with him, though.
No.
He gave it to the girls, left it with them. I don't know why I expected more from this Rock segment.
It really felt like he was there, but there maybe is no legitimate plan to use him at WrestleMania.
I made the joke that's what this was. This was his "I'm not going to be at WrestleMania" promo. This is exactly what the fuck it is.
Now we know where Uso
David, if it happens, we're blaming you.
Harry's
has like a beard next episode.
I thought it was just funny. It was so fucking glad. Pat ourselves on the back for 20 fucking minutes. Thank you, fucking nameless Netflix executives.
Never
I don't know what the fuck is going on. Thank you, the fucking Nick and Cody over there, and they brought Cody to Raw.
Yeah.
To kill the angle. We brought Cody to Raw.
They hugged. Embraced warmly like brothers.
Like 2 minutes.
That's crazy. Long. They had him out there standing there random as fuck. He's just in the crowd for some reason. And he's looking all sullen and angry. And then all of a sudden they're joking and, hey, tell Mama Rhodes I said hey. And Cody's all, oh, you're so fucking funny, Rock. Oh, and it's like, get the fuck out of here. You just murdered this whole thing. I understand the Rock's not going to be at WrestleMania, but he just threw the whole angle in the trash. Don't worry, brother. We'll start it over next time. Fuck you. Like, seriously, fuck you. That happened.
Wayne.
That happened. It was bad when
he didn't even sit ringside for the tribal fucking combat.
Yeah,
he
leaves and films a video for Instagram of him drinking tequila and driving away.
Don't drink and drive.
And saying that he's going to show up at NXT tomorrow night. So I'll get to talk about The Rock 2 nights in a row, guys.
Aren't you excited?
I actually am. I wonder why he's showing it. Maybe it's a favor to the GM. That's the best I can figure.
He needs bus fare from Sean.
I hope he shows up drunk as piss.
It's a continuation of the story from you today.
I had several friends write me like, "Why'd you post that, bro? He's gonna come back out." I'm like, "No, he's gone home. He's going home.
He
Like,
literally is
like
down the stretch.
actually has left, bro. I'm telling you,
The
he
Rock
went.
has
He
left
went
the
to the
building.
That was mean to post
He's
on Rock.
at the after party. Like you're fucked.
His
Your
place.
hopes are dead. There's no Rock at WrestleMania. I know that for a fact after this Raw here. Even though I guess the idea is that WWE is still like, oh my god, maybe he might show up. I'm like pretty fucking sure after this that that's not gonna happen this year. They didn't even tease a match with Roman. They almost kissed out there.
And Roman was asked about it at the press conference during the post show, and he just kind of like blew it up. He's like, "Well, the internet speculates thing. We'll just let the internet do the thing." It was again kind of the politest way of being like, "No, it's not happening. Not this year." Like, I don't know what kind of youth serum they're pumping in The Rock, but if it can last a few more years, they might get a couple matches.
No.
Hey. They also Heyman had the nerve to talk about Roman Reigns should win an Emmy. I think I like the confidence at least. I think that's what a manager should say.
Yeah. Agreed.
He's gonna pump him up. He knows exactly. It's the wise man. It's what he does.
I don't know that. I don't know that that's entirely true, but I do appreciate. I appreciate that Heyman said it.
Well,
Heyman's confident.
Still, I mean, you gotta remember he is also a wrestling promoter, and that
Which Emmy would it be? I'm trying to think.
Best
like,
supporting actor?
no, hell no. It'd be like best reality series, best reality script,
Male best reality.
actor in a best bidder. They don't have that.
Non-classical.
WWE would just win for Raw. Like
Right.
Roman
the whole thing?
Reigns wouldn't be nominated for anything.
Well,
I can't imagine.
Best lead role? No.
No, nothing.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not. It's not best comedy
Best TV
musical.
show then?
It's not best drama. It's not best limited series. He would be in like. It doesn't make any.
Like best variety show. Like, is it?
I guess he would just say
then,
first of all
again,
best
just
show.
WWE would win. Like Roman Reigns
Yeah.
himself, I can't imagine. Like
He'd
I
jump and
can't even
accept it for
imagine.
himself.
Give him a Slammy.
There we go.
Is that thing still happening?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Times every year.
We didn't have him last year, did we?
We're gonna be there.
No.
No, I'm kidding. That'd be wicked.
But hey,
Sounded kind of jealous there, Mac.
Well, that's an object. That's probably. Oh, that's probably also wrong. There's.
oh man. But speaking of Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman, tonight's opening match, which could have been a pay-per-view main event, and kind of surprised that it wasn't. But Tribal Rules, Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns fighting for the title of
Duking it
Tribal
out.
Chief. This was a hell of a way to open the night. Went just around 21 minutes, and I love that picture. The Tribal Chief officially reigning and currently and forever. Roman Reigns back on top. This venue was sick. Like
that was a huge
this is like a new venue, right? Like this is like
That's
a
brand new.
venue.
WWE fucking abandoned the Staples Center for this as soon as they got the opportunity.
Bye.
God damn.
Yeah, it's incredible. They had an exclusivity contract, and they were like, "Never mind, never mind." This is cool.
Damn. Yeah, it's a cool looking venue. But this match was a lot of fun. Maybe a hair overbooked, but when it's Tribal Rules, you expect anything's going to happen. So
Anybody to show up.
I thought for a real quick second that Roman Reigns was actually going to take a fucking package pile driver. I'm like, wow, how'd they talk him into that? And then Cody had to ruin that. Damn it, Cody.
I thought when Kevin Owens attacked Roman Reigns, I thought we were gonna maybe get a connection between him and Drew McIntyre, like they were teaming up or something. I still think that might be coming down the line. But David says he loves that the closed captioning said Tribal Chief when the crowd's chanting. The closed captioning was on point, especially later on when Hulk Hogan comes out. I love it. Hey, thank you for joining us, David and Carrington. This is Roman is nominated for an Emmy. I guess Jake Paul will be his competition for that award. But at that point, If Roman Reigns is nominated, I'm sure Jake Paul will be up there right next to him.
Oh,
Maybe Logan too.
just put everybody in there.
Yeah, so like we said earlier too, this is where the first really big. Well, Rock said shit during his promo. They didn't censor that, but well, yeah, it's Rock. He can do what he wants. But the crowd was chanting "fuck you, Solo" at the top of this match, and Netflix did jack all to censor that. So proud of you, Netflix.
Yeah, you're growing up. About time.
Yeah, well, it's nice. It's just so obnoxious when they cut the sound out completely because of the crowd. But yeah, so they had The Rock come out to bestow the award. It looked like it was going to be Paul. And Paul Heyman was making some weird faces behind the two of them. I thought, like, I don't know why he was all angry and scrunched up about it. Like, he just doesn't trust The Rock, I guess. I don't know.
He's jealous. He wanted to give it to him.
Maybe,
That's what it
maybe
was.
maybe that's what it was.
Next week he'll turn, or Monday, Friday. I don't know. It is what it is.
You're muted, John.
If he had just stood out here for the 20 minutes and done something, The Rock, he went to the back, like you said, he filmed that Instagram video. He comes back on and does this bullshit. I was just so disappointed with this whole fucking appearance tonight. I was like, this is such a waste of time. But it made that Netflix lady happy, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it's like you said, they just completely turned the heat off.
Yeah, it looks like there was a change of direction for him this week too. I guess it's not time to talk about that yet, but
No, but we will get there, and I think it was the right change to make. I think they heard people loud and clear on the internet and were afraid of the backlash. We'll talk about that. After that, we had a quick video package that was touting the previous announcement that the Royal Rumble in 2026 will be taking place in Saudi Arabia. So first time that kind of pay-per-view will be taking place in Saudi. So interesting that they're doing that, but they are. So
that's
You
gonna
sound
be
so excited.
fucking funny. And at least we'll be at 1 p.m. instead of
that is a benefit. I agree to that, but I shared a meme of it earlier of like every Power Ranger standing in a field together. But
Oh my
it
god!
really is like what the women's rumble is going to look like. Like they're going to have to pack so many bodysuits. Although I expect a lot of really cool costumes. I really do. Like that is one thing I will say. Like the bodysuits, it's kind of obnoxious if they have to do that, but like at least everyone usually makes the most of it and does some pretty unique stuff. Although I do think it's funny that they have a bigger issue with skin than Rhea Ripley wearing like a PVC latex bondage outfit. But okay.
there's gonna be a lot of that. You know what? That's somehow even better. But the
Bondage
problem,
gear left and right.
there's gonna be no reactions. There's gonna be little fucking attention paid to the women's Royal Rumble. It's gonna suck. But you know what? Not my money. Not my problem.
Yeah. But we had. They had. Sorry, before in the next segment, they did the one of many bits tonight where it was like, "Hey, look at all the celebrities here
There
in
were so many.
in the crowd tonight." I don't really remember the exact order they did all of them, but the one I want to point out, the most important one, one of the biggest pops of the night, Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, that was a pretty big
Yes.
one.
When he like revealed himself under that hat, like that crowd blew up. It's like good for Macaulay.
He's a longtime wrestling fan too, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Going way back.
WrestleMania appearance.
Yeah, wasn't he in a Mania?
Might be when he was younger, but
Yeah.
during the Home Alone days. But I mean, like even as he got older, I'm sure like we've seen him in the crowd many times.
Oh
I
yeah.
was really happy to see him here. All the celebrities. They had a lot of celebrities tonight. It's pretty much the reason they wanted to be in LA. Besides, Netflix headquarters and everything like that.
Stephen Amell was there, which makes sense. He's Cody's buddy too.
Stephen Amell, the goddamn arrow.
Also, what was he doing in the air? It looked like a WCW thing or something like that.
Was it CW?
He was going like W and then something, and then
he was probably spelling
help
Watch
me, Cody.
Heels on Netflix. It's too long. It's too long.
He's like, hold on. He was like, duh. It was like a good 30 seconds long when he did that.
Maybe he confronted John Cena backstage for the shit talk that Peacemaker said about Green Arrow.
How could you say that? How could you say that, brother? There's a fucking
CW. There's a lot of good work.
There's a fucking million Green Arrows, you stupid bitch. That's how the multiverse works. You don't live with him. You don't live. He wasn't talking about you. You fucking wish. You fucking wish.
Oh man. Well, speaking of Peacemaker, guys, John Cena made his entrance tonight. The last time is now. The farewell tour begins for John Cena. I'm actually not mentally ready for this.
No.
Back in the day, I absolutely talked some shit about John Cena. I think we all did at some point. I said some foul things about him, and I regret most of it. Not all of it. Not all of it. Some of it was good.
One of my worst memories is the 2008 Royal Rumble. I remember being so happy going into that show, like specifically telling my friends, like, man, John Cena's injured, so like this is guaranteed to be like a really fucking good WrestleMania main event. Somebody knew it was gonna be in the fucking main event, and then his music hits out of nowhere for that number 30 spot, and everybody's laughing at me. I'm just like, this is great. I'm heartbroken. I remember feeling the air come out of my out of my body, like this can't be. The reverse. If the world was excited that he came back early, I felt that exact opposite emotion. But I'm not
there was an equal and opposite reaction.
I'm not a teenager anymore, though. I love John Cena.
Yeah,
I've grown to love John Cena.
Respect the hell out of John Cena. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, I didn't appreciate what a workhorse he really was for that company until like he was done being a workhorse for that company. Like this, oh my god!
Wow, it can't be unseen.
You can't unsee me. But no, he cut an impassioned promo here. I mean, it's interesting. Every time he's talking about this retirement farewell tour, you can tell that there's some trepidation there. And I imagine that's something that's difficult for all wrestlers, especially when they're still able-bodied and know that they can still go to an extent that, it's difficult to choose to walk away. But it's also smart. It's you'd rather, see someone and be remembered for how you were relative to your prime, as opposed to many wrestlers we've seen just sully their reputation and legacy. Ric Flair so often. So I'm so sorry. Excuse me. I had a little Shane Douglas moment there. But no, and he talked about how he hasn't won a match in over 2,000 days.
Yeah.
There's no clear path to him for a world championship, but there's lotteries. There's things like the Elimination Chamber or the Royal Rumble. Maybe Maybe I could win the Royal Rumble, says John Cena.
Just wins everything.
Perhaps. But gentlemen, what did you think of the promo? The potential of a John Cena Rumble win. I know, John, you just said it was one of your negative core memories, but would you be angry if John Cena won this year?
At this point, there are things that have to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like rooting against things that have to happen is stupid. You want to be like, I hope John Cena doesn't win the Royal Rumble. Why? What? Why? At this point, why? So fucking Dragon Lee can win? Like, that's not.
These are
I
canon
love-
events.
Oh,
There's things that have to happen. John Cena has to win the 17th World Championship. John Cena is WWE's like chosen greatest of all time.
He's
That's
Babe
their
Ruth. He's Babe
that's
Ruth.
their Babe Ruth. That's what
Yep.
they want him to be. So how do you cement that? He fucking goes on his retirement tour and he breaks the record, the all-time record. John Cena, the most world championships in the history of wrestling. That's how it has to happen. I don't want to hear any
I also want to
complaints.
see that happen, not just because it needs to, and I will be actually very glad to see it happen. I just want to see Ric Flair flip out when it does happen.
Oh my God,
and watch him be like, well, actually, I want it more than this because they don't recognize this and that. It's like, no, Rick.
Watch Rick see that flip out and go, I'm coming out of retirement. Come for the title.
Dragon Lee.
You're not
Drake
wrong.
is more over than Hulk Hogan in LA.
Oh,
you know what they said about Drake tonight? Holy moly.
Dragon Lee, the WrestleMania main event. 20
If
years
Dragon
from now.
Lee becomes the main
20
event,
years and 20 pounds from now.
Like,
You know how Triple H
at
is.
this point, Dragon Lee being in the Royal Rumble is when you'd see like Bushwhacker Luke in the Royal Rumble. Like,
Just by the way they
he's
treated
very
him.
eliminated.
The way they've used Dragon Lee, which is crazy. I remember at one point Dragon Lee was like one of the best junior heavyweights on the planet. He was having matches with Ospreay and Hiromu Takahashi and all this shit in New Japan. And over here, he is literally actually
just here.
enhancement talent. It's like, fuck. So that's why I use his name this way. Not because I don't know what Dragon Lee is capable of for the people at home.
I regret he was dabbling back down in NXT, and I was like, hey, like he should probably just get back up to the main roster where he belongs. I regret saying that. At least he was doing something of benefit.
You did this.
It's my fault. He was worth.
I remember telling you guys too, like, he ain't doing shit up there.
And then this happens.
I didn't know it would end up this bad. Anyway,
So,
guys.
how we got here. But Cena was sincere here, and it's going to be a hell of a year with John Cena. I'm looking forward to it. I'm probably gonna have to buy some Cena merch one time.
We all
I
are.
have my
If you see the spinner belt,
I should. I gotta turn my camera off so my ass crack doesn't come out. Oh shit! I'm Danny Ocean now.
Hey,
wait,
that's
who's
Danny
who now?
Ocean.
Oh my God, is that Danny Ocean?
Danny Ocean right there.
Oh my God, we actually have Danny Ocean. There's 4 of us now. John's like, I'll be right back, guys. Gotta get my John Cena stuff.
I did have to. I just had to bend over. I don't want my ass to come out. I'm ready. I gotta. There's no way I don't. There's no universe where I don't go see John Cena's last match. I have to be there. I don't care if it's in fucking Thailand.
Oh, I was gonna say Canada.
Canada's not very far from me. I wouldn't have to travel that far.
Like what, 2 flights?
That was like a couple of my buddies in West Virginia. Like they were bound and determined to be at Sting's last match. Like they were there. You gotta.
I had to be at Brian's last full-time match, even though I know he's gonna come back because he's a fucking maniac.
He is a maniac, but like I don't know. Depending on like how much stock you put in what he's saying about his, the nerve damage he has seemingly had. But
the thing about Brian is that I think he's gonna just try to figure out a way to work around it. Like he wants to figure out what's wrong and then try to develop a way to perform around a neck. He's a sick man.
I think it was in his book. He talked about, trying to figure out a way to do more of a rolling tumbling style of something.
Yeah.
So it'd be softer. And it made me think of this match that happened, God, it was forever ago. It was Truth Martini and Colt Cabana. And this was after Truth had the injuries that made it so he really couldn't bump anymore or wrestle. So he's like, we're going to do this match. And he's like, I really can't bump. And Colt's like, well, I won't bump either. So they had a match where nobody bumped. And I don't know how that happened. I don't even know if it was set to film.
He did one like that with Minoru Suzuki towards the end of his career with I think it was like 2021. They went out there and they had a basically all strikes match. I think there was like one bump at the end to finish things, but yeah, fuck, I love him and I love Cena. I'm going to be with my son at that last fucking match, whether I have to fly there, walk there, or crawl there. Mac says if John Cena's last match was 2 blocks away from me, it would still take a lot to convince me to go. But that's understandable. You don't have taste.
Hater of the year.
We'll get you a trophy made.
Hater of the year. But anything else on Cena's promo here, gentlemen?
I'm not looking forward to the last day of this tour. That's all I gotta say.
It's gonna be a sad day. Leave the memories alone, guys.
No dry eyes. That whole building.
No, not a one.
I don't think about it.
On to not as nice things. We had a video package about Logan Paul, talking about him being the latest member of the Raw roster.
Isn't he supposed to be here? Didn't he get a graphic?
Yeah.
Was he there? Where was he?
Yeah, in the crowd.
He was at ringside. Yeah, he was in the crowd.
I never saw him.
He just showed up for 5 minutes and peaced.
I think they showed him there, and they might have showed him in like maybe one of like the skybox things later.
No,
that
it was
night.
ringside.
I was just ringside that one time.
It was like to the right of the hard cam where it usually would be. That's what I remember.
No way! Look at this shit! Look what just came across my lap. All right. So I don't know if you guys remember, but there was like rumors of Becky Lynch returning for Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Netflix Raw.
She was on a lot of the promo stuff. Yeah,
she was backstage.
She got cut in favor of the Undertaker.
It was supposed to be Becky coming out. We'll talk about that in a minute. That was supposed to be Becky in that spot.
It was supposed to be Becky Lynch.
Oh man! Oh, you got big-footed by fucking.
Who did she piss off?
Red. Oh my
god! That's incredible. That comes from bodyslam.net, by the way. Corey, what's the guy's name? Corey Hayes is the one that reported Becky Lynch was supposed to be involved following Ripley versus Morgan, but the plan was boxed in favor of the Undertaker having a moment with her instead.
I wonder who. Wow.
I brought my bike.
When I heard the music go off, I was so shocked. That's all I gotta say on that one.
I guess.
We will talk about that. That is fucking wild. That's really, you know what, Taker? That's really shitty of you, sir. Like, because I feel like Becky would have gotten a bigger pop in that spot with all of like the immediate speculation it could have caused and everything. She's been gone for a while, and like this was so confusing. But we'll talk about that because the next match we had for the women's world title, Liv Morgan taking on Rhea Ripley. This I think we all thought going into it and hoped and dreamed that was, Rhea's match to win here, and she did. Just around 12 minutes, finally recapturing the world.
How do you know that?
We don't know that. I bet she does. Maybe not.
We don't know if she does.
I don't know how to ride a bicycle. It's like, oh shit, Becky, it's so terrible. Training wheels. She comes
got
on
the segment.
Oh my god! But yeah, Rhea Ripley getting the women's world title back around her waist, kicking Dom right in the mummy daddy button. Fantastic night. I hope this is the end of this feud, though.
Please,
done with this feud. Done with it.
I think it is done. I think Rhea Ripley's going to head into whatever her WrestleMania direction is. Now, I wonder what happens with Liv. I imagine her.
She's kicked to the curb.
her and Raquel will, I guess, do tag team championship things.
Yeah.
Dom, I mean, I guess he could stay in stasis with Liv
He's gonna
as
go
her
into Judgment
manager,
Day.
just doing bullshit. But they've got a Finn Balor thing coming, right?
Yeah.
He's been kind of teasing. It was Dwayne's
Rock
Valentine's Day
shit.
card. What the fuck? But yeah, I thought this was it was all right, man. I'm just glad it's over.
Yeah. Couple riptides. Liv got the shit knocked out of her. They actually let Liv kick out of a riptide, which was good for her, at least.
She gave her 2 in a row. Rhea Ripley, very good. With I thought it was something small but polite where she pinned Liv Morgan too far, so she almost like exposed her. So she like crawled up forward so she could cover her with the rest of her leg. That kind of ring awareness.
Her basically.
That kind of ring awareness is really, I think, underappreciated. Just like, oh god, I am about to show this woman's mommy hole to the entire world.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't know what her next step's going to be, or what Rhea's next step was going to be. I would say potentially Rhea's next step could have involved Becky Lynch after what we just found out, but maybe Rhea is facing the Undertaker after the match. The Undertaker's gong sounds, and here comes the American Badass, and it makes even less sense. I get the Taker's like, I retired the character, I'm not doing that anymore, but I'll ride a motorcycle to the ring.
Bing, bing, bing.
With a rat tail, apparently. 1993.
That thing is attached to the hat.
Yeah, there's no way in hell that hair's there.
Okay, that's probably, that makes more sense. But like, this is like, yeah, kind of a cool moment for her, but at the same time, really flipping weird. This made zero sense, and now it makes so much more sense why it makes so little sense, in that it was supposed to be Becky Lynch in this spot.
I thought it was funny that when he came out, she
I
was.
hope he just snooped past her on the bike. Like she's walking the gorilla.
She like expected him to like greet her there, and you can see like she's ready. Like, I'm gonna show him my title or whatever, and he just left her standing there. Meow. I gotta do a circle. I like circles.
I'm actually lost.
I really like circles. You gotta understand. I don't ride this in real life. No.
This is a rental. This is a rental. I don't own this shit.
Oh man.
What's my next move, Rhea? What's
I'm a little old.
How do I downshift? How do I downshift?
How do I downshift?
It's the best version of this. The best version of this pose, I guess. By the way,
That is a badass picture. Yeah.
I really liked when Brian did it with Kane and the Undertaker that one time, because it was like it wasn't it was like it'd be random if you saw it out of context, but you know it had like real meaning.
Yeah,
Like he's Kane's tag team partner and he's with his brother. This one is just, it just looks real nice.
But after what you told us, you heard?
No words necessary.
Oh man.
Leave the memories alone. From there, we went up to one of the skyboxes where we saw a bunch of the wrestlers hanging out and partying, as New Day looked very angry, leaning up against the wall. I guess New Day had some sort of promo with Kathy Kelly that aired internationally, but not here in the States.
I didn't see it.
I need to get me one of those VPNs.
You know, the Canadian feed is the US feed. You guys didn't get shit. That's fucked up. You guys didn't get shit. You didn't get none of the international shit. I had to use the UK feed. The thing about the UK feed is that it's behind like 10 seconds.
Oh, no.
If you're, I mean, you know, if you're like, if you have 3 group chats, excuse me, Jesus. There it goes again. Godzilla.
I say Godzilla instead of, like, God bless you. It's not.
They all mean the same thing.
Like,
I'm not religious, but also I don't feel bad when people say God bless you. Like, that'd be a really horrible thing, right? If they're like, God bless you. I'm like, There is no
Don't force your religion on me.
God. God bless you, my son. There is no God. Wait, I just wanted you to feel better after you sneezed.
Calm down, Richard Dawkins.
Jesus.
I literally think your soul was trying to leap out of your body.
You just crushed that person's whole day by saying that to them.
It's fucked up.
The person's like,
I'll never bless anybody after a sneeze again.
what else do you sing, Gesundheit? Like,
And someone will lose their soul because of me.
So, John, you're the only one of us that saw us. Then what happened with that New Day bet when
They came out and they talked about Los Angeles. They were mad that they were getting booed. They insulted Kendrick Lamar, and then they got booed even harder. And then they were like, "Yeah, fucking boo Kendrick. He sucks." That's why Drake won the battle, and it wasn't Kathy actually. It was
Jackie.
Jackie Redmond, because she was looking into the camera like these guys are ridiculous. But that was just delusional heel shit. They were just having fun with the crowd during commercials. I've noticed that at least on this episode, they kind of still act like it's a commercial, like it's a house show break, like that fucking 5 minutes where you could just jaw with the crowd or whatever.
during the matches were the commentary was the commentary still live or were they muted?
Yeah, commentary was very live. An interesting thing was that they would go to promote certain things on commentary. Like, I don't know if this came all across on TV, but Michael Cole's like, I've been waiting my whole career to do this. Aerial coverage brought to you by Goodyear for the last 100 years of, was that on television or was that just for the international feed?
I don't remember him saying that.
Yeah.
So that's interesting because they were muting the commentary plugs. So commentary ad plugs were muted in the UK. But if he only made the Goodyear plug during the ad break and they muted it during the ad break, who was the Goodyear plug for? And the Goodyear paid for an ad that didn't get shown to anyone.
Not our problem.
That's a Goodyear problem.
It was fun. It was just fun because he's clearly muted and they're clearly muting the ads, but the closed captions were still playing whatever the ad was supposed to be. So it's like, oh, okay. Well, that's a funny legal thing going on there. I'm sure someone just got ripped off.
They'll survive.
Money down the drain.
Oh man, interesting. We'll see how they continue to kind of evolve this as the weeks go forward. But back to a backstage segment that everybody got to see. We had Kathy Kelly was waiting to talk to Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce was talking to Bayley back there, shaking hands with Bayley.
What was that about? What are they doing? Bayley don't work here.
That transfer portal's opening up. People can be going all kinds of places.
Oh, that's right. There's a portal. God, I wish there was something.
I think that's why Caden Carter and Katana Chance are back down in NXT right now.
Their portal open to hell. What the fuck?
What the fuck? When they showed up on NXT a couple weeks ago, they actually got a reaction. I was shocked. I forgot what it sounded like.
Somebody
got a reaction.
Somebody cares. Somebody still cares about you.
Like 5 people.
After Kathy very politely waited for Bayley and Adam's conversation to end, and they shouldn't even ask about it. She starts talking about how the show's going with Adam, and then they are quickly interrupted by American Made, who did not cut a really weird, awkward promo this week. But Chad was talking about how he's going to start checking things off his list, and that he doesn't have trouble with luchadors. And he asked Pierce to find him a luchador, and holy hell, guys! They did an about face. Penta will not be debuting as Rey Mysterio's mystery partner.
Nope.
We're keeping him the hell away from the LWO, and he's going to wrestle Chad Gable next week. And holy shit, this match is going to be fantastic. You're muted,
John.
Kudos to them, first of all. But also, why the fuck do we still have these reflexes? Like, why was their first instinct? Why we'll tag team him with Rey Mysterio? Jesus Christ!
Like I feel like Triple H was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was the Vince in me. That was the Vince in me. I'm sorry."
That's the
Bruce
Michael
Jenner-
Hayes. That's the Bruce
That's right.
Pritchard.
Yeah.
They work there and they have those shit ideas. They're like the last little vestiges of cancer. And I'm scared because usually when you cut cancer out, you're supposed to take all of it out. Otherwise, it fucking grows again. So hopefully
Yeah,
we.
but one of those cancers wears really cool suits and fanny packs.
Hey, have you ever seen a tumor? We don't know what they look like.
They can wear fanny packs for all we know.
This just happened.
You ever seen a tumor in a suit? That's Michael Hayes.
This sounds like a for health class in high school right there.
Oh shit!
Oh Jesus Christ! This was a good episode of Raw, guys. This is what good content.
Finally,
this is what we do here.
But yeah, just an about face here, which is fantastic, keeping him away from the LWO and Chad Gable and Penta. Come on, like
give him 20 minutes.
That's gonna be great. It's 3 hours of Raw. You give them fucking 18 minutes. Don't count the entrances, you piece of shit.
To 25.
Because that's how they get you. You got 20 minutes out there tonight, kid.
Like
wait, but these entrances are 6 minutes each. I don't understand. What the fuck? No, I'm excited. I'm excited. Chad Gable is the perfect guy. Unfortunately, he has to lose again.
Right.
But for a good reason.
Yeah, it's true.
Fuck. I thought we were gaining momentum for him. No.
He has trouble with luchadors. I'm hoping that they do give it a good amount of time, and that's something that as we roll into the Netflix era, that they do regularly. They're going to kind of have to. If they want to do these shows closer to 3 hours and get that sweet, sweet ad revenue,
and
they're going to have to deliver some longer marquee matches. Which, hey, that's awesome. Like, that was one thing. Like, there weren't a ton of matches tonight.
Yeah, but
they worked well and flowed and had a good sense of order and everything. It felt like a very light PLE. I'm not gonna say a PPV, but
a PLE where we cut all the women. We cut the fucking Women's Intercontinental Championship. We cut Becky Lynch.
NXT would never do that. I'm just saying. Shawn Michaels would never allow this to happen.
Shawn Michaels would never. Shawn Michaels would cut the men.
Yeah.
Before he cuts the women.
Like, I really feel like Shawn would be like, "Look, Trick, I'm sorry, but Jada needs time for a match with Soruka.
We got to get her whole entrance in, you understand? And people really love the Jada Parker entrance.
This is for John specifically. It's the only reason he watches. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that match. So, again, proud of you, WWE, for going against your knee-jerk reflex here. And, yeah.
Do those
nice suits.
Did those remind you guys of Night at the Roxbury's or just me?
Yeah. The green. Yeah.
I think they were going for. I don't know. I kind of thought they were going for that, but maybe they're too young.
He's wearing VHS tapes are 2 gold chains.
If I had WWE money, I'd be wearing 2 gold chains.
At least Ivy didn't talk this time.
After last week, they're like, "Please don't say any questions."
Ivy, just and
you would think January 6th is when she would want to cut that promo.
Oh man,
I'm just glad she didn't talk. Just keep her off the mic for a bit, please.
We were
Valentine's Dwayne.
Valentine's Dwayne. Yeah, so
did you imagine the punchlines on that card?
We got a video of The Rock on Insta. Who was
Insta
hugging people on the way. Yeah, that's what the kids call it. Caesar Insta. Man, get with the times.
It's like 2 generations of kids ago.
Look, man, I'm going to be 40 in 5 months. All right. Thanks, Caesar. Did you have to react like that? God damn, I'm not dying.
Close.
Yeah. What the fucking grave, man. I have to ask my kids for tech help all the time. Like, this shit happens quick. It happens real quick. But yeah, on Insta, you're off the show.
Oh my God, right?
The Rock's hugging people, hitting hands, open bottle of tequila, taking dome
It's just
shots,
right.
getting in a car. Hey,
Mac
what?
over
Thank you,
here
Mac.
near
You and I-
death.
Holy.
Mac on his way to a hospice.
Fucking Methuselah over here. I don't get a lot of good Bible references in. But fucking atheist, I don't get like it.
There's not a lot of chances. You're right.
There's not. But yeah, Rock drinking and driving. Probably
just
probably snorting some
It's-
yayo from the dad.
What is it with these Samoans and drinking and driving? I know I eat fatus. You gotta relax. There's a time and place for everything.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, it was
Yeah,
funny. It was again another fucking moment where they double stomped on the Cody Rock angle. They're backstage toasting and drinking
Yeah.
tequila and shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck
The
you.
the only step further they could have taken is if they had Rock petting Cody's dog. That's the only one more step.
Next
they
video
could have
next
been.
week.
Hey, thanks for joining us.
What's going on, David?
Oh man, but yeah, it's the angle's dead. But Rock did say that he will be at NXT tomorrow night. I'm hoping
Drunk.
that he's observing his daughter very drunk as shit, and he's gonna tell Ava to wear more modest clothing.
I see that as like a dad going to his kid's game, but drunk, really drunk. I'm here to support you. I wish you hadn't come.
He's Stan's dad when Stan played Little League. He's Randy Marsh.
Was it
This was
Little League?
America.
This was America.
Look, here's the thing. Somebody reminded me of this on the Book of Face, but Eddie Thorpe has been a big issue for Ava lately. He inadvertently, when he got knocked into a door, pushed her down. Maybe
Rock's gonna show up
would
for
beat
that.
The shit out of Eddie Thorpe. Who
He's
knows?
just gonna come down there and beat the shit out of Eddie Thorpe.
Mid-match, drunk.
Drunk.
Whips him with his belt.
Actually, that's a perfect way. He just stumbles in and she's like, "Dad, please no! I didn't ask for this. I don't want this. Yeah, I'm gonna beat the shit out of Eddie Thorpe. Where's Eddie Thorpe?
Which one of you is Eddie Thorpe? I don't watch this show.
And did you what? I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna kick his ass."
Oh my god. Oh, we just booked NXT better than they're going to do it.
She was
Which
with
one of these
him.
little shits is Eddie? Which one is
She
he?
was-
Show me.
She was with him on the red carpet for the Golden Globes. I thought that was interesting because I never see her with him on these things. But I guess because NXT is in LA, they finally had an opportunity.
I just saw Max comment.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, David. There's actually a few people who got cut from the show tonight, and that ended up making the show flow a little better than it would have. Unfortunately, most of the people that got cut were women, so it's like, ooh.
Again,
But we had time to show the Rock hammered, but not time for the women.
I think if 4 people got cut, 3 of them were women. So it's
Oh,
like,
5.
And it's like, and the thing is, it's like they really can't say they did it for the sanctity and flow, and I really do believe that because it's not a time issue. It's Netflix. They got all the time they want now. That's they're not. There's nothing coming on live after it. They have all the time they want to take on Monday nights. Hell, and I don't know how that works with the ads. With the ads that they're playing for America, y'all. Where if they do go, like, if they're like, well, we're going to go, almost 4 hours tonight, do they have extra ads that they would jam in there? Or
I think that there are, when it was USA, they would just play with the ads that were slotted to play in that slot anyway. But
there'd
also,
be no slotted ads in that.
A lot of times you would hear like, "This is our last break," and then they would go straight.
Oh yeah.
So maybe that's it'll be like that kind of thing.
Yeah,
And this is
it'd be
our
like-
last break for the night.
And then like
Yeah.
it would cut and be like La Femme Nikita or
Yeah.
Silk Stockings or whatever was on after Raw.
I'll be watching the NXT on Netflix tomorrow just to see kind of how it looks. Because I've got the VPN.
Oh, right. I was hella confused for a second. I'm like, wait, what?
I
It's all
thought
on
they said it's on CW tomorrow.
Yeah, for other places, for like this country and maybe your country, because you seem to have a lot of similar things to the
No,
United States.
it's Sportsnet. It's Sportsnet, I think. Well, I don't know. It might be Netflix for Canada. I'm not sure.
No, for Canada, we had Raw and I think SmackDown on the Sports of Net.
No pay-per-views?
Oh yeah, and PLEs, of course, yeah.
Okay.
On the Sports of
So-
Net.
In the UK, they got it all on Netflix. They got the whole WWE experience, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and the pay-per-views are
Well,
live.
Well, I'm not 100% sure, but maybe they did switch it all over. But I was only
You
focused
should
on tonight.
you should
so-
check. You should
Okay.
check.
Hold on. I will
Well,
use
no,
the
for yourself.
So while Caesar's checking live radio, we talked about one seemingly inappropriate angle with The Rock drinking and driving. And again, I think there's coke in the
thought it was
dash.
funny.
I'm just saying.
I think that's how you stay awake. That's how you stay alert when you drink and drive. You need the coke is a very valuable ingredient.
It is a necessary evil for that lifestyle. It
Speaking
really
of
is.
evil, yeah, I just checked the flicks of the net, and yeah, it's going forward everything.
Oh, nice.
So-
You see, you win. Look at that.
Woo!
Oh man. But so yeah, our next again, we're not PG. They can say all they want. We had Travis Scott appear up in the kind of the cosplay there in the stands, and this summons Jey Uso, and Travis Scott is smoking a blunt live on Raw with Jey Uso. I don't believe did Jey smoke it,
He
right?
didn't smoke it. No, actually, I think he signaled at Travis to put it away. I
can't see shit.
Kind of like, oh fuck. But you know what? I don't think they had an issue because they said they just would have zoomed in.
Yeah.
Like they let it. He like had it out, and it's legal. We're in California, so that's not an issue. Indoors,
Well,
I guess, is the problem.
And
There's some
that's
kids around.
probably a beer of some kind in his hand. I'm trying to tell what it is.
The
It almost-
cooler.
I think it's a Celsius,
Oh, it's a,
Celsius, whatever it's called.
the
No,
energy drink?
Celsius is a black label, isn't
No,
it?
they're white. We got them white over here. These white cans.
Yeah, our Celsius are white cans. Yeah.
No, but like black label though, on like the trim and shit like that.
Possibly, but it's turned around. This is the back of the. It could be like a flavor.
Travis
looks
Scott's
like
own
food.
drink.
I like that belt, by the way. I think that's pretty cool.
Please
Kinda
make
like
it real.
like a what if, but they made it just for him, right? They don't sell that.
He smashed it himself
I
and
don't think
taped
so.
it.
I don't think I've seen that. It's really cool.
But yeah, so blazing blunts, driving drunk. This is Monday Night Raw. It's
In a nutshell.
It also wasn't. He didn't perform the song that Michael Cole said he was performing. That wasn't the Raw theme song. That was Fiend. That was Fiend. He was performing Fiend. Or he didn't even perform. He just kind of came out there.
Yeah,
Just kind of came out there and smoked while his music played.
stared into the distance thinking about stuff.
He didn't perform anything. I wonder if that was because he was up there smoking.
well, fuck it. They're paying
He missed the sound check and he's just like, whatever. Jey Uso.
me. Oh my god, yeet.
Yeah.
That's cool though. Jey Uso keeps getting cool entrances with big time rappers. He got Lil
Yeah.
Wayne at WrestleMania. He got Travis Scott now. Even though Lil Wayne was kind of washed at that point, he's one of my favorites of all time too. But people get old.
What?
David says I was confused by The
Yeah.
Rock's actions tonight,
We all were.
especially being so nice to Cody.
That feud took an unprotected chair shot to the head tonight. It is down.
Two.
two of them.
Yeah.
Why did he?
Concussed. It is concussed.
Why did he keep on swinging?
This is your
Stop.
brain.
He's
drugs.
already dead.
Yeah, I'm actually a little peeved at that. I'm like, that's really weird because
Yeah,
it's so It was glad handing for the sake of it. Because look at what we did. I'm the CEO. Triple H is, or I'm in the board. Triple H is on the board. We're board bros. We'll take up the first 30 minutes of the show just sucking
own
our
my
own
name.
dicks. You suck my dick, I'll suck yours now. They're fucking ridiculous.
We had a passable ladder match at SummerSlam.
Whoa, it was good shit.
The Iron Man match was much better.
Yes.
We need more of those Iron Man matches.
I don't know if I want to see many WWE Iron Man matches. They kind of get overbooked.
Not like a boatload of them, like once in like a year, something like that.
But our next match tonight, Jey Uso, as you saw, making his way through the smoke and the fury.
Pat McAfee almost hurt himself.
Yeah, they Vanessa Hudgens in the crowd. Vanessa, yeah, I one thing they were showing a lot of the celebrities tonight, and my wife flat out asked because Seth Green was there. My wife loves Seth Green, who interestingly enough they're very close to the same height. But she was like, are all like and Danielle Fishel? She was like, are these people really wrestling fans? I'm like, yes, they are.
You know what pissed me off? They showed Daniel Fishel and gave no nameplate to Will Friedle. He's sitting right there. He's fucking Batman Beyond. He's fucking Eric. He's fucking Ron Stoppable. He gets a nameplate. Fuck you. How dare you? But also,
How
dare you? Vanessa Hudgens is standing here, and there's a guy to her right here, and I want you to look at his face because that was literally me discovering Vanessa Hudgens when I was like 15 years old and she was on High School Musical. I have never stopped loving you, Vanessa Hudgens. Please come take me from this life.
But hopefully your wife ain't watching the feed tonight, brother. She knows how I feel about Vanessa. She knows.
Walks in midstream. Oh shit.
Oh my god, it's incredible. No, she hopefully won't get mad or isn't watching, but she doesn't watch. She doesn't watch this shit. Honestly, she has no right to get mad. How dare you? She knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. This has been such a good show tonight. Jesus.
I know. My head hurts from laughing. So
we're bringing new energy into this year. God damn it!
Netflix energy.
New year. That new Netflix energy, guys. This
new
is
year,
Netflix
new me.
Raw. No, stop that.
The same guy. I'm not new.
No.
That I never thought of that. Actually,
that would be something.
No, that.
Why not? Why not?
At this point,
everyone's doing it.
He said, at the press conference, he even said, like, when he's around, he'll be wearing a suit. You'll always see him in a suit. So
Super Cena?
No, suited Cena.
Suitor Cena?
If anybody is going to be like guiding, because Vince is not in charge anymore, if anybody's going to be like guiding the future of wrestling, I would hope it's people like John Cena, Triple H, The Rock, because otherwise you end up with like 4 Nick Khans, and it's like, whoa, that's how you end up with a Jim Herd situation.
Slow down.
You don't want that, and that's very possible today. Like that tomorrow, Ari Emanuel can decide that they're all useless and place in 4 fucking
get out
television executives.
Yeah.
So if John Cena joining a board would be just like another piece of cement on the future for wrestling.
Yeah. But so the match itself went just around the 10-minute mark. Jey Uso with, I think, a surprising victory here tonight. I really didn't know who would win going into this necessarily, but again, clean here. Solid match from both of them. I don't really know what Drew's direct path here is going into WrestleMania season. But man, they got a lot behind Jey right now, and I think Jey's getting the biggest reactions of the night. I mean, everybody's yeeting, and I think it helps that Pat McAfee's so into it. But the crowd's doing it anyway. You can actually see, like, they had light rigs that were undulating up and down with the yeeting motion. It's huge. And I don't know how much of it is Jey Uso and how much of it is the entrance.
I think that ends up happening. I think you end up asking yourself that question a lot when it comes to wrestling. I think a lot of people, but
it's Seth Rollins or is it the song?
Yeah, especially WWE too. I feel like a lot of the way the audience reacts is like the entrance music, the finishing move, the signature move.
The
you know what I'm saying?
It's a crowd interaction thing. It's the Rocky Horror Picture Show, that people like to be involved.
I like that. I think the entrance might have been like the thing that put him over the edge, but there was certainly a lot. He had a lot going on before he was able to get put over the edge. I say that as somebody who's like, Jey Uso doesn't crack my top 10, probably doesn't crack my top 20, but it's very like objectively easy to see that this shit worked. Like main event Jey Uso is main event Jey Uso. I mean, main event Jey Uso is upper mid card Jey Uso, but you know what I'm saying.
But that doesn't roll off the tongue.
It does. Upper mid card, bitch. It's just me who's no.
Oh man, yeah.
No yeeting for him then.
But no yeeting. But yeah, I said the crowd's super into him. I don't know. Where's Drew go? What's going on for Drew? What direction does Drew head in at this point?
I think if they're really going gung ho on this bloodline thing, and he's been recruiting people, or at least trying, so he should be successful at recruiting someone. And I think that's going to be Kevin Owens, because Kevin Owens has all the same issues he does. He hates Roman.
SmackDown?
I think the transfer portal. He'll portal his way over there and portal back whenever they need him to be on Raw. Because it's 3 hours, I bet they'll be doing some SmackDown segments on Raw sometimes now.
They showed Tiffy.
Yeah, but she was just in the crowd alone. Like they just were sprinkling wrestlers so that you can be like, everyone's here. No champions had their belts in the crowd. I thought that was an interesting touch. If only because like they're like real people. Like we just came to watch the show. If Vince would have been like, wear the brand.
Yeah.
Wear your gear. Put your gimmicks on. God damn it.
Pac is just okay.
Else, you're getting written off.
The only wrestler I know who'd actually do that is Pac. He'd actually just be in his gear in the crowd.
Always be ready, man. Always be ready for a match. Always. Never know.
The bloodline, though, yeah. Bloodline at WrestleMania probably fucking. What does he do at WrestleMania? That's actually really sad. I can't think of anything significant.
Because he's not getting Roman at WrestleMania.
No.
No. Maybe Jacob Fatu?
Oh, that'd be really good.
Like, they could knock the shit out of each other.
Like Drew and Jacob?
Yeah.
Like 15 minutes of beating the shit out of each other. Hell yeah. I would be okay with that. Yeah, with 15. Because when you have a match like that, like, big people beating the shit out of each other should never be like 20 minutes. Because, one, they're going to get hurt. And two, they get tired.
They get winded. They get a little winded, guys. But yeah, I could go with that. I could roll with that. But anything else on Jay and Drew tonight, gentlemen? Nope. Yeet. So from there, we got the aforementioned 37-second promo with Gunther, where he said matches with him are where others' dreams go to die. Apparently, no, Raw on Netflix is where his hopes to be on air go to die. What the hell are they doing to Gunther? Is this world title an albatross?
Seems like it.
He's not even booked for next week. What the
He's on perma break. He's going to be on break till the Rumble.
Maybe, like, if that's the case, because AEW says this sometimes too, where it's like the wrestler gets injured and we don't like to review their medical status. It's like, okay, well, maybe just say that they're injured without telling us what happened so that we don't start getting concerned about Gunther. Like, right? Is he home? Weird. Is he hurt? Like, are you failing him? I don't know.
Like, yeah, I don't know what's going on, but like, it's weird. He's gotten so little TV time. For God's sakes, the next segment with Kathy Kelly and Fluffy, like Fluffy got more screen time than Gunther. It's wild. It's absolutely wild.
Oh yeah, Mac, you got a good point. Michael Cole did catch on to that. Solo's group are equals. Romans aren't. Solo seems to genuinely love his people. I think
And
it's
they
like
love him.
Jacob
and
and
they
two
lo-
especially.
I said it from the beginning. Solo was trying to get his brothers in on it. He was trying to get like he was like, I love all of you. Like I even want Roman with me. You just gotta acknowledge me. I think he's handled this more better than Roman did in character. But yeah. Now we get to talk about this fun stuff.
All right, so yeah, so we real quick, little quick segments here. Heyman and Reigns were walking backstage.
Oh,
Heyman
this
wanted to
one.
know from the tribal chief, what platform can he set up for him to next speak to the world, so the world can acknowledge him? And he said January 27th, and then walked through a 2K door.
That was cool. I was like, what the fuck is going on? A split second, I was like, are they stealth dropping this game? No, but we're about to begin the promotional tour. I like the WWE 2K games. They're just
Yeah.
simulation wrestling matches. I'm not like playing it for competitive value or whatever. I like to sit down for hours and set up spots. It's like it's fun. Like I'm gonna do a fucking moonsault off a ladder. I don't care if it takes me 2 hours to get this character into place because the computer's very strong.
Right?
They just don't like adjust themselves into the right spot. They keep trying to move. What the hell? This is how
Let
this
me
works.
kill you. Let
This
me
is-
kill you. I called the spot, brother. Why are you moving?
Let me use this chair to end your career.
Jesus, knock your teeth out. Oh, all right. So in God, talk about how did they not see this coming? Everybody knows the dealio with this gentleman, but
If you don't
all of a
know, for
sudden,
some reason.
bam! Hulk Hogan's entrance music plays, Real American. Out comes Jimmy Hart, and I'm like, oh man, no, Jimmy Hart, get out of there, move away from him, Jimmy. You're better
He's
than
getting
this.
hurt. He's getting hurt. He doesn't deserve this.
Jimmy Hart's a good man, damn it.
It's
Stop
just Hulk.
shooting. Stop shooting.
It's just Hulk. It's not Jimmy.
But Hulk
It's
comes out
probably broken.
to plug the beer and talk about, like, how long
Listen,
he's been
brother.
involved in business. This crowd just rained
Good caption.
booze down upon crowd booing, and boy, did they! Like they let Hulk have it. And I was
in
it was
any
so loud.
in any other situation for any other old person, I would have felt really bad because he's desperately trying. And you can see that he's
Taken aback.
devastated. He's like taking these to the heart. And I'm like, this is an all time fucking moment. Like,
You
this
never
is.
apologized for saying what you said, Hulk. All you
This
said
is
was, "Yeah, be
incredible.
careful, brother. They record you when you're not listening." Like, that's not an apology. That's you saying, "I'm mad I got recorded on a prison phone line."
They put him. Oh, I love it. I love Los Angeles for that reaction. It wasn't like a smattering. It was like, fuck you, old man. Fuck you. Like, yes. God, let them know never to bring him out here again.
The
They
messed up
won't.
part is like that wasn't
They
even
won't.
closed captioning. That was just WWE editing, and they put that on screen beside him.
No,
They won't apologize. Like, could you
no.
imagine like the shit filled panic that Vince McMahon would have had backstage if he was at Gorilla during this segment? Mute
Cut.
the crowd! Mute the crowd!
They're such good shit. Like
Cut to Trish's titties.
the backstage.
She's not here.
There's a
Find
video in
her.
there.
Here, I'll
Find
put my
titties.
phone out here.
Find titties to cut to.
Alexa,
Plug my phone
show
into
me
this thing.
Trish's titties.
Vince is you sick man, Vince.
Has a folder on his phone.
It's probably the last segment we have to talk about today,
It is,
isn't it?
actually.
Holy
It is.
shit.
Yeah, it is.
My head hurts from this sometimes.
But yeah, and really, so they booed the ever loving hell out of Hulk, understandably so. He barely gets through his very rehearsed speech before leaving. Oof. Like they're probably regretting the beer contract they have with his Real American beer.
I loved it. It's my favorite moment of the night.
I'm gonna go find some of that beer
It's
tomorrow
my
and try
favorite.
it.
It's gonna be one of those that lives in the highlight reel of my brain. It's like
Because it's such
the-
good shit.
he came out here. He was wearing his MAGA shirt out in the parking lot. He came in here, his real American beer, his undertones, his flag, and just take it and shove it up your ass. And you deserve that. And I'm happy it happened. Glad, and I hope they do it again, honestly, so that it can happen again. I hope
Maybe
think
they
of
will.
learning their lesson.
Maybe this is going to be like a running joke for Hunter, which is like,
We'll keep trying to bring him out in different towns, just thinking like maybe this will be the one.
yeah, he's doing it for Sean. Sean's still bitter about the SummerSlam match situation, and Sean's like, Hunter, please just like put Hogan in these terrible, unwinnable situations. Fuck him.
Sean had his own beef with Hogan, right?
Yeah.
Never,
Oh yeah,
never
that was
forget.
that issue was he wanted to have just a face versus face match. That didn't work for me, brother. So they had to turn Sean heel unexpectedly and for really very little reason. And then go and watch Hulk Hogan's match with Sean if you want to see some of the most vicious overselling
Oh
you
my
will
God.
ever see in your life. It is absolutely cartoony and wild. And Hulk Hogan probably thought he was the biggest goddamn superhero on the planet that night.
He wasn't a fan of the Larry King skits either, was he?
No, he was not. He was not.
That was what, WrestleMania.
No, that was SummerSlam 2005.
Okay, never mind.
I remember because it's a 4th of July episode where Shawn Michaels turns heel on Hulk Hogan. I was like, this is incredible. I hate that old man. I hated Hulk Hogan before all of you hated Hulk Hogan. You know what I hate? You know what I hate? I hate a fucking rat. Hulk Hogan was a dirty fucking rat.
Ooh.
You look up Jesse Ventura trying to start a fucking union, and you see what Hulk Hogan did. And I learned about that shit when I was a teenager. And the first thing I learned was this unloyal, salty, bootlicking piece of shit. He went to the government. He lied for Vince. Helped him get out of jail. He is a bootlicker, an asshole lover. He's not. Him and Vince working together again at WrestleMania. I remember that was a whole big thing. Oh, look, they're friends again. Shut the fuck up. Fuck you and fuck him. I hated Hulk Hogan. When I found out he was a racist, that
it just made sense.
It's like that doesn't surprise me one bit. Look at him. Anyway, I can hate Hulk Hogan forever. We got to go to bed.
Oh God, but yeah. So guys, let's that is Raw in a nutshell. Let's hop in quickly here to our jobbers and megastars.
I think our jobber tonight is pretty unanimous.
New logos.
Yeah, the budget went up.
Yeah, I think I agree, Caesar. I think that you
No,
know.
wait, 1 second. I have a thing.
Oh, what's going on?
There we go. That should have been attached to this.
Perfect.
That's fantastic. I love
all
that.
along.
Guys, we just kind of drug him through the mud, and understandably so. But yeah, I
stomped a hole in them.
Forever and always. Any opportunity that I get.
You can't pick anybody else tonight. Like, honestly.
I don't care if it was a successful night. For him,
Yeah.
he's going to be my jobber of the night every time.
He's going to go out in the parking lot and be like, that was such a good segment, guys.
No.
No, it's unanimous.
He can't really feel that way.
Jimmy Hart in the car, like a scene from 8 Mile, just takes his sunglasses off. We can't keep doing this, Terry. We can't.
Seriously, he's using his real name too. That's how serious it is.
We can't keep doing this.
Oh Jesus, yeah, it was bad, guys. Like, and it's like honestly, when his music hit and there was that like half second of the pop, I really kind of expected the crowd to be relatively gentle towards him. I was at first shocked and then pretty proud. Like, this modern wrestling fans have less forgiveness for things like that. Which is wild because, man, there's some objectionable people in professional wrestling history. And a lot of it's come out. But, like, yeah, they booed the shit out of him, and he deserved it, and he's such a jobber. And he gets so mad. You know another reason why he's jobber of the night? Because Hulk Hogan, Terry Bollea, he would be legitimately mad if he knew somewhere somebody was calling him a jobber.
You're a fucking jobber. You've always been a fucking jobber. No, you're a jobber inside. You know, people have beauty on the outside and on the inside. Hulk Hogan was a jobber on the inside. We know on the outside he was a megastar and the guy who made wrestling what it is, what it could be. What it was in the '90s, and allowed Hulk Hogan. Allowed Steve Austin to take the baton and carry it. But fuck you.
Should Iron Sheik have taken the $100,000 from Vern Gagne to break Hogan's leg?
Maybe. You know what? I respect the timeline. I don't think we should alter wrestling that drastically, because we'll wake up tomorrow and find out we don't have it anymore. Like, fuck.
God.
Fuck. What do we do?
So we were all on Hulk Hogan for that, right? That's
without even a second thought.
Okay. Unanimous.
All right. So then the megastar of the night for the first episode of Raw in the Netflix era.
Is that unanimous too?
Sound effects.
Second. That was wild.
You just broke Tyler.
I'm all right, Caesar. While I collect myself and pat the urine off the couch, who is your megastar of the
puddle? Night? I'll be the guy to get this out of the way because I want to be that guy, but I'm giving it to John Cena in all honesty because he's starting his tour. Yeah, but he.
I just wanted to make.
I hate you guys trying to stay stuff.
Sorry.
No, John Cena. Not because he looks like the leader of the Blue Chew, whatever somebody said, but because this is the last year, and it's going to be no dry eyes at the end of the year when his tour ends.
Dry eye.
No dry
Clear
eyes.
Eye.
Clearasil.
My team.
Tyler, you good, or should we get John to go?
I'm good. I got this. I'm collected and less moist.
Moist.
Why?
Because I pissed myself when the horn went off because it scared me.
I just thought the word choice was interesting.
Yeah. I was trying. It's like 1:15 where I'm at. So the thesaurus section of my brain is limited as hell right now. So oh God, I'm so sorry for that. But for me, and I can't believe this because I'm not historically a big supporter of the dude, but it's CM Punk for me tonight.
Oh,
that crowd was solidly behind him. He
put
both
on
of them,
actually.
A really good performance. He looked like he was taking some pretty stiff hits from Seth Rollins. And I don't know if that's because there is a little animosity there between the two guys, but like it was a great showing from him, and the crowd was with him. And again, he was all kinds of fired up on that post show on YouTube, where he was just shouting and screaming during that promo, waving his arms, yelling to the crowd, "What's my name?" Get him to chant CM Punk more. He was
forgot it. That's why.
Yeah, he's like, "Who am I? I'm 46. What is my name?"
Seriously, who am I?
Yeah, there was the final go to sleep in the match where Seth Rollins kind of sails onto CM Punk's shoulders. I thought was a cool moment because Jon Moxley did the same thing. Like he kind of died and sold onto CM Punk and ends up getting lifted up for a
long-term
go to sleep.
storytelling.
And then CM Punk will have his match against Roman Reigns. So he'll
6 months.
He'll complete the trifecta. But I think it's so funny that him and Jon Moxley legitimately don't like each other. Him and Seth Rollins legitimately don't like each other. I don't think Roman and him get along.
Well, no. I mean, Roman has to blame him in large part for why the IWC turned him so heavily. The Colt Cabana interview. Make Roman look strong. Make Roman look strong. So we all fucking hated Roman.
Yep. The Shield all legit hates him. Kevin Owens hates him. Kevin Owens is friends with the fucking Young Bucks.
Everyone.
I think it's funny. Like I always think it's funny. I hate CM Punk, and I'm glad that I'm in good company. Thank you guys. Thank you. Group hug. Where's Drew? Where's Drew? Get in here.
He's gonna show up
Get in
and
on it.
scream.
Where's Jack Perry? Get up into this.
Holy shit.
Everybody, you know you want some of this, Kenny.
Like, and the thing is with Punk, the thing is like I can't sit here and say like I could probably name 10 CM Punk matches that I think are like really, really great matches. Going
Yes,
back
that's a
to
good
Ring of
wrestling.
Honor. Like, oh my god, his feud with Raven was just incredible in Ring of Honor.
But
Samoa Joe matches, the
Yeah,
fucking John Cena matches, the fucking I can go on forever. Just think the guy's a dick.
like my god, yeah, exactly. Like I wouldn't want to hang out with him. And everyone's like, oh, he's been so nice since he's been back. It's like, yeah,
I wonder
it's
why.
in his contract.
Fuck you. This fucking fuck you. It's it. His nice goes in the same fucking shelf with Hulk Hogan's whole act. It's nice. There's a sinister creature under there. I don't want anything to do with that.
Oh,
Anyway, my megastar of the night is Travis Scott. Because he fucking smoked a blunt on WWE TV. Like, that's a very obvious reason why he's my megastar of the night. And if not him, Vanessa Hudgens. because
you
I
saw
am
the shirt
literally,
she's wearing, right?
I am always that guy on the right of this image. Look at his face. He's in a trance. Understandable, my friend.
You guys saw the shirt she's wearing, right?
No, I was too busy looking at her. Beautiful.
It says "Hot Girls Love Pro Wrestling."
Did it say that?
Yeah, seems appropriate.
I would argue that it could be argued.
It's appropriate.
oh no, there's trouble, John. Oh, oh.
It's just trying to get us all in trouble right now.
Okay, I just thought we'll get us off on that note.
You can direct all hate mail to Sean Rosscap over at Fightful. But yeah, guys, that's Monday Night Raw in a nutshell. The first Raw of the new year, the first Raw of the Netflix era. No streaming problems. Did anybody have any streaming issues before we get out of here tonight? That was the question I wanted to ask.
None.
No.
Not a one. I'd be interested in seeing how many people watched because there was so much promotion from Netflix. When you turned on Netflix, that was what you saw. Go to Raw, go to Raw, go to Raw, go to Raw. So I'd be interested in seeing how many people who haven't watched wrestling in a long, long time tuned in and saw this episode of Raw and whether they'll come back next week.
Well,
See,
there were aspects of the first match tonight that really felt like, hey, this is kind of what we do now. This is the kind of storytelling we do. This is the kind of action that you can expect. Like, that match really almost felt like a primer for new fans or fans that had been gone for a decade. It really had elements of that, especially the way Michael Cole was talking, him shouting like, this is what World Wrestling Entertainment is all about, which is a weird sentence when you say it that way, but like the passion
I
was
thought
there.
the same. I was like, he hasn't said it that way in a long, long
he
time.
was super passionate.
If
about
ever.
it.
Since SmackDown was on the CW, like that was the last time he said that.
I did want to say one last thought. People had problems with the logos and everything. I love that. I mean, obviously it looks funny because it's Fortnite right in the middle. Like, it's Fortnite. But look at this fucking shit. Look at WWE right now. Like, look at you. We're almost dead. Look at you. This is really pretty. I want to kiss it on the forehead. Like, you made it. Good job. Like, you're what Vince always wanted you to be. You went from being the redhead stepchild that nobody wanted anything to do with, and they actually let you sit at the table. Look at you. Fucking look at you.
All it took was getting Vince out of the company.
All it took was getting rid of Vince. I love it.
Yeah, the redesign was nice. The arena looked great. I like the new look on the microphones. The
Titantron was nice.
Yep.
We made it. Now we don't have to be so weird, right, wrestling fans? Right? Fuck! Fuck! Now we're just gonna be weird in front of more people!
Yeah,
Damn it!
we just got a whole new audience to be weird in front of.
Fuck!
But guys, speaking of all the other wrestling that takes place, if you had a good time here
You did,
hanging out
though.
with us tonight, watching Monday Night. We're not watching Monday Night Raw. You watched Monday Night Raw with the 3NT crew tonight. That's what you did. And then you watched the post show with us. But if you had a good time tonight, I have great news for you.
What is it?
We're not just here for Monday nights. We are here every single night of the week, guys. We are here Monday nights for Raw.
We don't have graphics.
We don't have graphics. We are here
Till next
Tuesday
week.
night for NXT. I will be here tomorrow night for NXT for sure. Probably have CJ with me. New Year's Evil. We are here Wednesday nights for AEW Dynamite. Thursdays for TNA Impact. Fridays for SmackDown, or SmackDown as we like to call it. And on Wednesday nights, late into the eve, you can check out the Dirt Sheet Radio flagship podcast. Y'all go really late. I like to check it out early in the morning. Myself, I'm not.
Good morning.
Understandable.
Yeah, I can't stay up as late as I used to, guys. This is not in the cards. And on Sundays, the 3NT crew are always bringing a lot of fun and all the latest in the world of professional wrestling. And CJ and I are going to try to get at it this week. We had a little bit of issue with the washing machine this past weekend. And yeah, so we didn't get to record it.
I actually didn't what? I didn't realize. Damn it, that was supposed to be this weekend?
Yes,
I'm glad I didn't miss it.
It was, yeah. I told CJ what was going on. Like, yeah, the washer like this. And I told CJ, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to post. He's like, the show is cursed. I'm like, it's not cursed. It's a new match for pro wrestling, damn it. And we're gonna make it happen. But we are here for all of that fun, guys. But gentlemen, Caesar, where can we find you?
As always, guys, I'm hanging out with these two gentlemen every Monday and doing the post-show rewind, and of course with the others over on the Wednesday episode with the Dynamite post-show crew. And if you like talking to me on the social medias, I named them all, but there are way too many to name. My handle's right there at the bottom. Here you go. At NoobTube. So catch me there. How about you, John? Where can we find you next?
You can find me on... Actually, that's an announcement that I should probably just make right now. I will be joining the 3NT wrestling crew. So you can catch me every Sunday along with the boys. 3NT Wrestling live on Dirt Sheet Radio. Also, Dirt Sheet Radio, the flagship. Make sure you catch it everywhere podcasts are available. WCW Greed review on January 10th, coming from Nick and Mac. And of course, like Tyler said, all the other shows that are on, make sure you check them out. Comic Book Click, Major Issues. If you love fucking comic books, superheroes, and all that shit, we have it all. Tyler.
Hey, I'm Tyler, the Pro Wrestling Hipster. Give me a follow over on the Facebook after you follow Dirt Sheet Radio on all social media outlets. This is Molly Holly, the long-haired Chihuahua. And guys, I'll be back tomorrow night live for NXT. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Yeet.
Yeet.
Meet